You know the old saying, never meet your heroes? Well, I truly wish I never met this guy now. Gerard, aka the Completionist, was a huge part of my developing young adult years. He always seemed like someone you want to be best friends with, someone through whom's causes would be a role model on how to be a better person. And with the recent controversy that he became a part of, I have to say, I am truly heartbroken of how this situation is going. I was in disbelief of what I was reading slash listening to before his response. Not that his response made it better, and trust me, we will get to it. But first, a little background. Gerard began his YouTube career as a part of Normal Boots, which began in 2012. In his show, he would go for 100% completion of any game. And when I say 100%, I mean everything, not only trophies or achievements. His reputation was seen as spotless. He was a part of a charity called the Open Hand Foundation, and he was the creator of Indie Land, a show where a lot of indie devs get to show their games, and all of the profits were supposed to go to charities who would research dementia. Or at least that was the story. I started watching him around 2014, where he had a co-host called Greg. Greg was seen as more of a comic relief to Gerard, but around 2015, Greg left the show to pursue other ventures. And around 2017, we got this video, which was soul-crushing if you followed along to Gerard's build-up as the Completionist. Greg had asked Gerard to delete all 120 videos that he was a part of. And considering how many man-hours must have gone into making these videos, I can imagine what a horrible moment this must have been. We, as a community, joined in supporting Gerard through this difficult decision, and he kept on chugging along with his videos. So, around 2022, I just kind of stopped watching him, wanting to get into my own YouTube ventures. And then, like lightning from a clear sky, I see this video from Murahar. To say that I was depressed and saddened after watching this video and seeing the story develop throughout the past few weeks has been absolutely devastating. It turns out that all the money he had been getting throughout the years has been just sitting in a bank account for more than 10 years. What in the actual fuck? If we look at a small bright side, it was still there, but we also need to look at the bad stuff. Inflation has basically destroyed this money. It's not as valued as it was 10 or even 5 years ago. Not to mention what this money could have done for the world. And to use your deceased mother as a poster girl for the charity streams has to be some of the most disgusting and horrible things I've ever seen. Honestly, what was he thinking with this stunt? That it was not going to be discovered by someone? And worst of all, after Carl and Muda released the leaked audio call between the three of them, I was disgusted by Gerard not wanting to take responsibility for his action, and basically trying to guilt-trip Muda and Carl that if this goes out, his life is over.
The last thing I want to do is ruin the legacy of my family, of my mom and her memory, especially because this is such a personal thing for the last 25 years of my life. I'm not trying to be like, do you guys want money to help me hide this? It's not what this is at all. I'm just asking from a humanity perspective of like, if I am the target of this, I have 20 mouths to feed. I have sponsors. I have a business. I'm trying to make video games. I'm trying to get out of content creation so I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore and do better things in the world. And I just know because of my track record of things like G4 exploding, me being friends with JonTron when he was a racist, I've been a part of Pro Jared, pulling one thread about the charity thing is going to upheave my entire life in a way that scares the living crap out of me. And I don't want to go home tonight and tell everyone, hey, there is a gigantic thing coming to claim my career and you all have to close down and find somewhere else to do. I know this is shitting me to say this. I'm not trying to ask for sympathy or anything, but this kind of stuff, I mean, I've been following your guys' stuff for years. The stuff with Billy Mitchell, Carl, the stuff that you've done, Mudo, with tons of content creators over the years. There's no nuance to this. People are going to see this and they're going to immediately go, that Gerard guy who's been nice to a bunch of people actually isn't very nice overall. Him, let's get rid of him.
And the so-called apology video he had made, where he threatens Muda and Carl with lawsuits, is just a fucking joke. And through the leaked audio, we see the hypocrisy of Gerard towards his old buddies from Normal Boots. Honestly, words cannot describe how disappointed and disgusted I am from this situation. To use his deceased mother for a charity cause and then lying to your audience who have supported you to thick and thin. And for you to try and play the victim is just pathetic. I'm going to leave you with that. And Gerard, I thought you were going to leave a wonderful legacy and not to be the scumbag you turn out to be. Thank you for watching. Subscribe in order for you to decide what you watch and not YouTube. And keep on keeping on.